of a very special holiday edition. We are joined by Juno Award-winning jazz singer Sophie Milman, who is here to talk to us a bit about her new album. I hear it's making quite a splash.
Yeah, it's doing well. It's called In the Moonlight. Came out September 27th, and I've been busy touring it ever since in Canada, Japan, and the States, and it's nice to make a stop to drink some wine at home.
I love that you stopped here and you brought us this wine, and we're all going to have a chance to taste it.
Yes, and there's actually a bit of a story, so why don't you taste it and then we'll talk.
Generous pours.
I'm going to pour more
accepted.
for you.
Thank you. You know me.
Yeah.
It's like we're old pals.
I know.
Isn't it crazy that they spit it out?
Isn't it crazy that they strain it or something in their mouths?
They make a sound.
Wow.
They
I actually
definitely
swallowed
make
that
a
one
sound.
because
Love
it's
it.
pretty good.
Yay! Right.
Well, this is a really jazzy wine.
It's very zesty. Grapefruit and lots of citrus flavors, lime and lemon. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's really nicely balanced. So when you have a wine that's nicely balanced like this between the sweetness and the acidity, you can say it has some good tension to it as well too.
I find this really earthy and soulful. There's a little bit of fruit there, but this is all about rocks and dirt and mineral in a good way. I mean, these are things that I like to taste in wine, and this has great vibrancy. I think it's a bit of an older wine. I don't think it's from the last 2 or 3 years. I think maybe even 5 or 6 years old. So I think this is Riesling from Germany. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of age, lots of minerality, lean structure, but really great flavor, intensity, and length. So German Riesling, Rheingau, 2004.
Okay.
I can see where he's going there too because of the weight of the wine, but I want to say perhaps from Alsace in France. I think that there's some Riesling in here. It could be a bit of a noble blend of Riesling and Gewürztraminer. I think from Alsace. The vintage on it, I would say maybe 2006, 2007. I have to pick one. So I'll say 2000 and 2007.
This is so amazing.
It's very impressive, isn't it?
It's impressive.
I know. It's like magic or witchcraft.
I know. No, it really, really is. Because I drank this, and I mean, I don't know much about wine, but it's just tastes good or it doesn't taste good. That's really my vocabulary.
That's the most
Does it
important
have to
point.
go further
Right.
than that? Not really.
Right.
For our purposes, it does.
Yes.
So, okay.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So, do you want to tell us about this wine?
Yeah. So I think you're a bit closer, right, in terms of the type.
Absolutely, yeah.
Of,
She
of
said
wine?
Gewürz, Alsace,
Yeah.
Gewürz,
But in a
Riesling
totally
blend.
wrong region.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So the story of this wine, I'm a pretty cheap date, and it doesn't take much. Even though I'm Russian, so I'm really supposed to uphold some sort of naughty standard. I don't. And I was on a first date with the man who's now my husband, and this must have been almost 7 years ago actually this month. And we went out to this great wine bar in Toronto, and he's a lawyer, and one of his clients happened to be there. So we're sitting, and it's our first date, and he's very nervous, and I'm a little bit nervous, and this client, who's extremely trashed, like so inebriated beyond words, comes up, literally pulls up a chair to our table, and slurring his words begins to eat the food off our plates with his hands. And at that point, I'm just thinking, I've got to drink this wine, and it's just sweet and fruity enough for me. And it was just this horrible, horrible moment. And the wine kind of helped us get through the evening and make it a little bit fun for us. And the pièce de résistance of the evening, he actually stopped at one point as my husband turned completely crimson. And this client says to me, so do you love him? Do you love him? Isn't he amazing? Are you in love with him? And I just kind of, like, what am I supposed to say? This wine definitely is playful and cheerful, and it was certainly a tense environment, and it helped us deal with it, and it definitely made the ride back home more funny.
But really, he brought you together. Him and the
He
wine.
did. Him and the wine and the music and his salmon hands.
And his salmon hands.
Salmon hands.
His greasy salmon hands.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this wine pairs quite well with salmon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sort of the oily and salty texture and the smokiness. Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's not forget about turkey coming up around the corner. Christmas season, turkey ham, this sort of wine works really well.
Tofurkey. Whatever you're into.
Indeed.
Yes.
What do they serve at traditional Russian Christmas celebrations?
Well, I'm actually Jewish, so we go to other people's houses and eat turkey.
And
yeah.
you bring your own wine.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Sophie, that was the best story I've heard in a long time.
Oh,
and
thank
we're
you.
so glad that you came by mid-tour to bring us this beautiful wine
My
and share it
pleasure.
with us as we head into the holidays. And I hope that you and your husband have many more salmon-free nights.
Well, thank you for sharing your wine and your
my
story,
pleasure.
Sophie. That's-
Cheers.
Cheers.
And good luck on
Salute.
the rest of your tour.
Thank you very much.
And happy marriage.
Thank you.
Come and give